Your product, faced with hard luck. Faced with hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Your product, faced with hard luck. Faced with hard luck. Card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck. Pimps and card shots, thieves, murderers with hard luck.
Good morning and welcome to the Hard Luck Show. I'm your certified host, Steve Lucky Luciano. It's the Hard Luck Show. Got my partner, the Indian, in here.
Yeah, Chumahan, Bowen, American Indian in the house.
And old Blue Eyes, our sound engineer. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, Playboy?
What's going on? What's happening? What's cracking?
Yeah. Chuman's like,
yeah.
And we got old King Salmon in the house doing some visuals as well.
Doing some visuals. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Big Lux, you put it up on the wire.
I put it up on the wire.
You said we gotta talk about this Kyrie and this Kanye shit, and I think you're right, man. We gotta talk about
Kanye
it.
start first.
You want to start
Kyrie
with Kanye?
Secondly. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, what? Man, you just drinking that water, bro.
Because I have a feeling Kyrie, in a way, when we get there, got sucked into the, or didn't get sucked into, jumped into the Kanye hole.
Boy, that you gotta be careful. Get sucked into Kanye's hole.
Well, they did. Got sucked into Kanye's hole. Get down. This whole shitstorm.
Well,
Didn't get sucked into it. Guy jumped into it, and you just got to be careful.
What? Okay. Well, what's your take? So, what do you think about the Kanye thing? Because the Kanye thing's gotten crazier and crazier and crazier and fucking crazier, bro.
What? I don't get what the fuck. No, what I'm gonna say is this. This is my opinion. My opinion is that guy, when he's getting his money and everything's running the way he wants, I mean, dude's always gonna find something to fucking complain about him.
Kanye.
But when he's got everything going, I feel like he loses touch with his people, with the people, and it seems like he really sides with like white conservative Republicans, like just conservative white. That's who he's in bed with. That's who he does business with. Everything's all good when he's making his money. And as soon as he has a problem with all those people that he supposedly was talking shit about, as soon as things aren't working his favor, he jumps back over with maybe people that are, outside of that world. He wants to start siding with them and talking shit about everybody that he was or is in business with. So, is that what I'm saying? Am I making myself clear at all?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. Kanye, I'll say this. Ex-President Trump is a white Kanye West. Right?
Same shit.
It's the same shit.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to go on the record to say that I think it's any person's of color's right to determine what politics or whatever it is that they want to mess with. So I don't think just because someone's African American, they have to be in this category. For sure, I don't believe that at all. The same token, that doesn't mean everybody's got to like them either. So, like, if you just choose to stand in a different direction, good for you. Welcome to America. That's what you can do. But don't be surprised if a vast majority of people that aren't in that direction ain't feeling you. You're supposed to weather that storm, right? A true, visionary or whatever knows and that I'm going to encounter resistance if that's what you're doing. Now, the problem with Kanye, though, is it's gotten a little bit beyond like, oh, I'm just a black conservative. With Kanye West, and something that I've been seeing in the media more than I've seen it it's probably always there. It's probably always somewhere bubbling under the surface, is anti-Semitic or anti-Jewish fucking shit.
Yeah.
You people,
a bunch of bullshit starts like that. And a bunch of bullshit starts from talking the way he was talking.
What's so crazy to me is that
Jews the Jews, like, the fuck? Just as soon as you start talking in that term and using those that shit, that ain't gonna, man. That shit ain't flying with me.
It doesn't
Fuck
fly
that,
with it.
Fuck him and fuck that.
It doesn't fly with me either, right? I don't understand why it has become more and more and more acceptable in the last 10 years to be more vocal about anti-Semitic ideas, thoughts, and sayings.
Because I think there's still an undertone of a sick ideology of hate and jealousy. I think it's that, like, because somebody may not have it or wasn't willing to put in the work or just hates it, just spite, like, the fucking Jews have been fucking persecuted ever since their existence for the beginning of time with the Jews.
Right.
It's thousands and thousands and thousands of years of slavery, execution, genocide on the Jews.
Right.
Okay? And because now in the 20th century, right?
Yeah.
Through a lot of work and a lot of years of coming together, these people have built business and done well in some areas. Some certain areas they might have done well, and yeah, they support each other and all that. And why is all that being looked at as a bad thing? And I don't buy any of it, man. And as soon as you start labeling the Jews as all your headaches and all your problems, because that's essentially what I feel like Kanye did, like all his businesses and everything he's involved in, the studios and the clothing, the entertainment, like, and the Jews, like, so all his problems are because of Jews. That's what it sounded like.
Right. Well, that's what he said. He said, "It's just, I'm going to war. I'm going to war against." I can't remember what he said, what the actual term was. We said I'm going all out war against the Hebrews, or it's an all out war against the Jewish people. And then
him and anybody who's rolling with that, fuck him. I'm not down with it, man.
Well, so Sean, why do you think that happens? Like, it seems like, I'll tell you one. It seems like, Sean, what is your take on why anti-Semitism, I mean, it seems to be more vocal. It seems to be more on the rise. It seems like people seem less worried about saying it.
I don't know. I mean, it feels like some of these people have been, really emboldened to come out into the open and find a community or something. I don't understand it, bro. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, this is exactly, man. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say this. I just got done reading a book called Hitler's True Believers, right? And the premise of this book, this guy, it's all historical shit, so it's not like any conspiracy. But he's basically saying, everyone says that, quote unquote, Hitler was this great speaker and he was really charismatic. He's like, if you really look and listen to the speeches, not really. Mm-hmm. He wasn't that dope, right? He wasn't no Dave Chappelle. Everybody loved Dave Chappelle.
There's a bunch of thirsty ass people waiting for somebody to come around.
He said that if you look at the society, the German society at the time, right? They were thirsty. He was tapping into sentiments that had already been fucking organized and already being pulled all around that. So it wasn't that he was any great whatever, right? He was just tapping into this underlying thing. And part of what had gone on is you had Germany losing World War I, which they couldn't stomach, right? They couldn't believe it. Then you had the Great Depression that happened that hit everybody. And at that time, there was a lot of like loose talk about like, well, who's causing this? So and dude, as I was reading this, I started like being like, fuck, man, that's what's happening now.
Mm-hmm. Things started to sound familiar, huh?
Oh, bro, I won't say who because I ain't gonna put him on blast. Well, there's a certain person that you and I actually both know, and he started saying to me on Instagram, like, You know, because I put out a video where I put out something where I was kind of saying that racism is welfare or socialism. All these Trump idiots, they say they don't want socialism, but they do. They want it through racist socialism. We keep extra shit and the rest of you are fucked. That's welfare. That's socialism. That's why they have such a hard-on for quote-unquote socialism that's fair to everybody. They don't want that. Okay. I put that out there. This guy hits me back and he's like, hey, man, I really see the Frankfurt School everywhere. Now, I've never talked to this dude about any politics for like a year and a half, right? And he's like, Frankfurt School, blah, blah, blah. I see it in the government. I see it in the corporation. And I'm like sitting there and I'm kind of like, I don't know where to joust with this dude yet because I'm not quite sure what he's saying. So I go, hey, dude, what do you mean by Frankfurt? Just tell me what Frankfurt School is. And he keeps going on and on, but he won't tell me what he's talking about. Now, I know that the Frankfurt School was like a critical a school of philosophy dudes out of Frankfurt, Germany. But I'm not quite sure what he thinks it is. Okay? So I'm like, hey, man, define your terms because I'm not going to go in circles with your fucking ass. I got too much shit to do. He won't do it. I'm leaving you breadcrumbs, bro. I'm just trying to help you kind of navigate the signs. And already I'm like, oh, okay, motherfucker. You're leaving me breadcrumbs?
Right.
That's what manipulative motherfuckers do.
Yeah, people that don't really know what they're doing or talking about say, I'm leaving you breadcrumbs.
That's a recruiter, homie.
They're hoping that you can answer something for them.
At the end of it, right, I won't play the game. I'm like, bro, like you won't answer a simple question, so I don't understand. Oh, I want you to think for yourself. Eventually,
be a free thinker.
That's what he said. And what we finally got to was he told me that QAnon was a liberal psyop. That liberals created QAnon. And that it's part of an international banking conspiracy. Now, Big Lux, I ask you, when you don't talk to somebody and they tell you about international bankers that really own America, what is that code word for? What are they really trying? What is he really trying to fucking tell me?
That he's been up on methamphetamine for fucking 10 days.
When I hear somebody tell me about
with a turkey baster,
international conspiracy is really pulling the strings. As soon as you hear like, oh, the real string pullers, right? And it's bankers and it's these kinds. That's when you know that's code word for Jewish people. That's what they're saying. They won't come out and say it, but that's what is the same thing that they said in Germany in 1930. In Germany, they said capitalism, the stock market, and internationalists were Zionists that had infiltrated Germany. And the reason why they lost the war was because the Jewish people had tricked them. And the reason why they were so broke right now was because the Jewish people were living, and they use this seriously, like as parasites on Germany. And if Germany could just get rid of these Jewish people, they could once again be the great people that they claimed that they were. And they could explain all this loss and all this other bullshit. That is exactly where we're at today. 1,000%. It was so pervasive that Coco Chanel was an agent for the Nazis for a time being and designed some of their fucking clothes. I mean, really think about that. I mean, really think about how much that's permeated this idea. Now when I hear conspiracy theories from people about this government that we have, I honestly think those are anti-Semitic motherfuckers. That's what they're saying. Democracy, oh, that's gone. It's a shell. Oh, it's run by powerful people. Look, it's true that there's corporations and all this shit rigging everything. That is true. But it's not just the Jewish people. That's fucking
crazy.
That's what they're saying. That's really what they're saying. All that, all QAnon, it's just the Indians saying it. All of that is subterranean anti-Semitism. That's 1,000%, bro. And no doubt about it in my mind. That's why in North Carolina, those people that ran over that lady that was protesting against these Ku Klux Klan and all that shit, what they were chanting was, Jews will not replace us. That's what they were chanting. And that's what President Trump, when he said, oh, there's good and bad people on both sides. He's saying, dude, I mean, really think about this. There's good and bad people on the anti-Semitic side. Think about how insane that is. That is why, okay, so going back to Kanye West, that's why, dude, look at this. Kanye West, I'll just go right off this Rolling Stone article. Motherfuckers want me to pay, they say I'm running out of shit, I don't give a fuck. Inside Kanye West's Yeezy, abrupt firings, alleged Nazi inspiration, and pure chaos. More than a dozen staffers described Kanye's company as both a creative haven and a cult-like place where you could get intimidated and humiliated and fired for liking Drake. Now it explains the Adidas partnership a little bit. I mean, look, Adidas makes cool shoes, whatever you want to say, but that's a German company, bro. I'm sorry. I'm tired of this shit. I'm fucking sick of it. What kind of a person is saying they were inspired by the Nazis? You know, I mean, this guy's selling shoes to people. He's rapping about whatever. He's collaborating with certain people, but he's also inspired by the fucking Nazis, bro. That ain't cool. I'm sick of it. You know what people don't realize that Nazis did? They set Germany back like 1,000 years.
Yeah, they did.
The reason why Germany lost the war was because of the Nazis. They started a war because of the Nazis, and then they lost the war because of the Nazis. And stupid-ass motherfuckers around here think that, boy, man, if we could just get together
and lose a war like Hitler did, we'd really be somebody.
Yeah, and Hitler didn't even have the fucking balls to stick around and stand up. He fucking committed suicide in a bunker like a shitface.
Yeah.
I mean, really think about that.
Yeah.
And there's other people
He was trying on lipstick with his girlfriend his last half an hour of life.
Right, laying down for Goebbels to come over there and put a hard one right in the backside.
Yeah.
I mean, the Nazi outfits are pretty fucking, you know, to a certain extent, homoerotic, sadomasochistic outfits. Everybody knows that. What's the fucking boots for?
Yeah.
Stop it already.
Bunch of weirdos.
But my point is that Yeezy staffer says they disregarded one former senior Adidas executive with Yeezy tells Rolling Stone, let's see what the comment is. I'm trying to find this comment. West was going through designs of apparel that featured Heavy Hood's tight snoods. What the fuck is a snood?
Skinheads and Nazis were his greatest inspiration.
He casually...
Who says that shit?
He casually remarked. Like an offhand remark. Like, that's more natural.
The skinheads and Nazis were...
his greatest inspiration.
Who in the fucking world says some shit like that, though?
One former senior Adidas executive tells Rolling Stone, comments like these were something they had heard before from Kanye West. This is the problem. Motherfuckers don't have a backbone to stand up to a guy that's rich. So they're going to be like, oh, well.
His biggest inspiration were literally two groups of people that hated black people.
Yeah.
That's his two biggest. Think about that. Skinheads and Nazis are. I mean, what is he playing games by saying shit?
No,
like that?
He's not, bro. He's confused. No, he's not playing games.
He's just sick.
And you know what? The people that enabled him around him might be worse than him.
Yeah.
Because you heard it. You looked the other way. You know, you knew what was said.
Yeah, that ain't new news.
Now they're coming out.
Yeah. Been like that.
He's been like that. Fucking A, bro. I'm sick of that shit.
Yeah.
It's like enough already. We're past it. How is it that we're back at this place in this fucking country, bro? Do you know in the 60s, they forced LBJ to sign the goddamn civil rights? Do you realize that? You realize women had rights over their bodies? Now look, your personal decision is your personal decision. How is it that after the 80s with all that neon bullshit and the 90s with that fucking tough shit, we're now in 2022 back to this.
Unbelievable.
Serious.
Fucking unbelievable.
You know what, man? How is that? How is that the case? How could we be legal?
We're regressing.
Legal.
We're regressing. We hit a peak, and then people just got lazy.
They got bought off, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking.
They got that motherfucking Palm Pilot in their hand, too. They ain't going outside. Nobody's getting no vitamin D. Nobody has to interact with people. Everybody's scared.
Everybody just wants to hit that.
Society. What kind of, think about it. Just ultimately, just think of like, let's back it up to like a cellular level.
Go ahead.
You have a bunch of people that don't go outside, that are on their phones, looking at fucking electronical shit all day long. And you keep doing that for like generations,
yeah,
you're going to start having some soft motherfuckers. Everybody's going to have candy ass skin on their ass, soft ass hands that have never touched any of fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like just soft growing sweet potatoes. You know? And I think that's what we're seeing right now is like.
Yeah, but there's a plan, bro. So you're right. You got these fucking soft ass, you know, sort of fucking billowy motherfuckers. But then there's somebody else that was like, we got to keep this fire of hate alive because then the winter of freedom for everybody. It's cold right now, but let's just keep this alive because at some point there's going to be a bunch of candy ass motherfuckers walking around and then we can start spreading the fire again.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
A firekeeper for the fucking hate. And now it's spreading around. And now motherfuckers are so confused, they don't know. They're fucking making tennis shoes and fucking making rap music, but they're inspired by fucking Nazis and skinheads.
Unbelievable.
It's like
backwards ass.
That's fucking insane. Welcome to Toontown. It's a wacky ass fucking Toontown. The only problem is it could kill you. It's insane. This is what I was saying. If you look at this, I just want to point this out because I was reading about, they had a document in which Coco Chanel, in which she's described as a couturier and a perfumer, right? Chanel number 5. It linked Chanel to German intelligence operations. Anti-Nazi activist Sergei Klarsfeld declared just because Chanel had a spy number doesn't necessarily mean she was personally involved. Some informers had numbers without being aware of it. But Vaughn establishes that Chanel committed herself to the German cause as early as 1941 and worked for General Walter Schellenberg, chief of the German intelligence agency and the military intelligence spy network Abwehr and the Reich Security main office in Berlin. And that shit's just kind of glossed over. So when you think about all of that and you're like, fuck, you know, how short is people's fucking memory? Then you turn back and you go, okay, so now, so Kanye will go, all right, that guy, he's got bipolar disorder or something's wrong with him mentally, right? Like somehow he's fucking around. Okay. But then you go, what the fuck's going on with his Kyrie Irving? Right? What the fuck? What now? Kyrie Irving's involved in some kind of anti-Semitic thing.
Yeah.
But what the fuck is that?
I guess he shared up some movie that's all about Nazi Germany.
It's called Hebrews to Negroes. Wake Up Black America.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Hebrews to Negroes. Wake Up Black America. Right? And the film is based on a book about that. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so what's the problem with it? The problem is that the book has all of the same sort of like anti-Semitic stereotypes and shit that you find in like Nazi propaganda, right? You know, so I'm just going off of the ADL's website regarding this book. To support its claim, the film cites statements from prominent anti-Semites and notorious anti-Semitic texts as supposed evidence of the true nature and identity of the Jewish people. For example, the film includes passages from Henry Ford's The International Jew. This fucking Ford cocksucker, right, believed in this bullshit book that was made by anti-Semitic people called the International Jew. That's how internationalism started to become a code word for how the Jewish people are really pulling the strings, and that's why. Yes, bro. 1,002 purported but fabricated quotations from Adolf Hitler is in this film that Kyrie Irving quoted. Quotes from the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. Okay, I mean, are you aware of what that book is, Big Lux? Okay, this is a book, an old-timey book that was counterfeit, that was supposed to be written by Jewish folks, high Jewish international elites that are like vampires sucking the blood of the common person. So it's counterfeit, and that book basically is supposed to be elders of the Jewish faith talking about how they're going to take over the world and drink baby's blood and, you know, drain all this crap. And people back then, like Ford, actually believed this shit.
What?
Yes, bro. That's why like at the level that I mean, you could ask anybody you know that knows anything about the Elders of Zion book. It's famous for being a counterfeit book that kicked off this concept that somehow it's the Jewish people that are the cause of all of Europe's problems. Right? It's the Jewish people that own the media. It's the Jewish.
And they try and call them Zionists?
Yeah, it's like as if they were one of them writing as a Zionist, and that a lot of people thought that this was a real Jewish text written by real Jewish people.
Sorry, are you saying that the whole Zion thing is made up?
No. So Zionism, look, I don't know that much about Zionism, okay? So in terms of Zion, my understanding at this stage was that there is a place in Judaism talking about creating their own country or something, which would be what Zion is. Like Israel is, I think. That's my understanding. So that in and of itself is not like a negative or positive. That's just the thing. But that's why they called it the Elders of Zion. So these Elders of Zion, these Jewish elders, wrote this supposedly. It's counterfeit. It's been established as totally fraudulent. Everybody knows it. That book was passed around like at the turn of the century to get everybody on this page of like, oh man, we got to get rid of these Jewish people because they're wrecking our countries, our nations. That's what that's about. Fuck, I bet you there's a wiki fucking thing on the Elders of Zion book so we can just get it clear for everybody. This is so important that people understand, because what happens is here it is that capitalism, business people, royals, they're also parasites, right? These royals steal shit. They, you know, the poor people are like, what the fuck's my shit? It sucks being a broke British person. How is this not working? And the royals and the people in power, they got to find somebody to blame, right? To take the heat off of them. So they point to the Jewish people that are doing well. Go see, it's these rich Jewish people. I mean, yes, there's rich Jewish people. There's also rich white people. There's also rich black people. There's also everybody's rich, right? But they point at the Jewish people in an attempt to take the stink off of them for all of the underhanded shit they're doing. And the common folk down at the bottom are uneducated to a certain extent. They don't know. And it's a different religion, but it's close enough that they start to think like, okay, yeah, maybe it is them. That's what they want to believe.
They're different. Yeah.
They're different.
Right.
So look, the Protocols of the Elders, this is from the wiki, right, is a fabricated anti-Semitic text purported to describe a Jewish plan for global domination. This is when you hear people say we got to get out of the UN, right? When they're like, hey, fucking UN, we got to get out of that shit, man. That's code talk. That's like slight code talk for, it's part of the Elders of Zion global domination. You think the UN's really being run by different people from different countries and Kofi Annan and all these mama? No. Don't you know anything? It's really run by the Jewish people. They're causing all the wars. Dude, the war in the Ukraine versus Russia, there are actual people in the United States that think that's a Jewish plot. I'm not kidding you. This is why it's so important for us to understand the context in which Kanye West is dabbling in and this Kyrie Irving is dabbling in. This is why the Nets would say to Kyrie Irving, like, look, maybe you don't know what's going on essentially. Maybe you've kind of been taken for a ride a little bit. Here are 6 things you're going to have to do if you want to get back on the team, right? One of them is to take an anti-Semitic course so you can learn the truth about all these things. Another thing will be X, Y, and Z, whatever else they laid out. Because this stuff, this is the problem with conspiracy theories lead to, a lot of it gets led to this kind of crap. And you can't prove it or disprove it because it's a conspiracy. Nothing. I put another fucking thing out where I was saying, like, conspiracy theorists aren't trying to find the truth. They're trying to convince you of a belief. It's like a religion, right? You're never going to get to the bottom of it. And usually the conspiracy theorists are never questioning their own source, right? They're never like, I have double. You don't ever, they don't question theirs. They question yours. And they explain to you how all this shit is leading up to something, right? Also, communism. Communism is another code word for Jewish plot. And in fact, this guy that I'm talking about, that started talking to me about the Frankfurt School, he's saying that this communist stuff is now gotten everywhere in our country, everywhere up and down. And I'm already like, bro, I'm not on that.
More code words.
Yeah, I'm not on. And I went on fucking TikTok to tell everybody, I'm like, if you got a friend and you guys don't talk about politics and all of a sudden he's telling you that he can see communist plots everywhere and Frankfurt School and all this other shit, he's an anti-Semite. You just found out your buddy is an anti-Semite. And there's nothing you can do with fucks like that. Like, you got to just shut them down. I mean, they tried to reason with the Nazis. The British tried to, because, I mean, let's be real. Everybody was anti-Semitic. Like you pointed out, Big Lux, like throughout the years, Europe, I mean, Spanish Inquisition was against Jewish people. Yeah. Right? So they laid all, so they tried to kind of but the Nazis would break every fucking treaty or agreement that they signed with anyone in an attempt to get more fucking land. Every single one of them. And that's where this kind of conspiracy bullshit leads. That's why I think when you said it's a big topic, yeah, it is a big topic. And this ain't PC bullshit. This is like real national security shit. Yeah. We can't be having this.
Hell no.
We can't tolerate it, man.
I'm telling you, man. I said it before, man. Fuck Kanye and all that. Man, he's man. I don't get it, man. I don't think that, I don't know if they understand.
They do.
Yeah.
I'm not
they
trying.
They don't give a fuck.
I'm not trying to tolerate their bullshit.
Yeah.
There's got to be a zero level at some point where you say, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm there.
Right. Now, you want to fucking change your fucking walk and you want to change your fucking talk and say you were wrong and that you're never going to touch that fucking shit again? Okay, cool. You want to call me a fascist for telling you to stop being anti-Semitic? I don't give a fuck. Because guess what? That leads to the destruction of communities, lives, families.
Yeah, I mean, him and Buck Kanye should just go move over there and go live over there.
Right.
You like that motherfucker so much? Go live over there. Go be with him.
Right. Stop trying to sell us shit.
Yeah, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Simple
Fuck you and your shoes.
Easy. They want to talk all that, but they want to reap all the shit from America.
Oh,
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Look, dude. Oh, I talk about the contributions in America. The Jewish people have contributed more than their fair share to this country.
I'm Jewish. Look how much I've contributed.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Right? So that's what gives America its strength, is all the different people who contribute to this country. And if you're a fucking, buster-ass shoe motherfucker and you come up here and then you start saying all this bullshit and dabbling around, fuck you.
Man, that dude's a crybaby. He's been finding something to complain about. That's all he did was rap about trying to get money and get this and that. And finally he gets it, and now he's got some other shit to complain about. Fuck Kanye West.
Hey, bro. Dude.
I wish that motherfucker would come on this show.
He, listen to this. So when he said all that shit and it came out, and then everybody said, like, yeah, man, fuck you then. If that's how you're going to talk, fuck you, right?
Yeah.
He said, now I know what it's like to be George Floyd. I lost my Adidas deal, so I know what it's like to have a knee on my neck.
This dude, the way he disrespects his own people, I don't know, man. I don't know, but fuck that dude. It's been like that. This is just more drama, and man, I think there's, I think more is going to be revealed.
Bro, I think we're at a fucking weird turning point in the world. There's gonna be a serious,
serious revolution.
These last elections kind of showed it. We're at a like a 50-50 point. There's people that are calm for like a civil war. They really are. They want it. They're gonna lose. Mm-hmm. They don't believe it, but that's what they want, and they've been agitating for this for years, bro. And that old way of thinking has got to die. Not just...
it ain't got to die. You got to kill it. Because nothing just dies. You got to kill it.
You got to put your hands around that way of thinking and squeeze the life out of that.
Hey, man, ain't nothing fucking... This country and the change don't come from marching in the streets. There got to be blood on the streets before something's going to change. That's the way it works in life. I know you don't like hearing that, you guys, but there has to be blood in the streets of America, and some of us are going to have to get our hands dirty. That's all there is to it.
Well, it was nice being monetized by YouTube. It was nice while it lasted, but you know what? I stand with Big Lux. Fuck the money, bro. I stand with you. Blood in the streets.
They're gonna really cut us loose for that one.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Who gives a fuck? These fucking listen. I almost said it live. These fucking Kirkland signature khaki wearing cubicle fucking slobs.
Oh well.
Right. What are we gonna do? You know what I mean?
It's going down. Just get ready. That's all. What the hell? And have a good time.
Right.
Don't forget to have a good time. Don't forget to listen to the Hard Luck Show.
Vibes Papers, baby. While you got your...
And Vibes, yes.
While you got your foot on the neck of some fascist, smoke Vibes. Vibes Papers.
Fuck all this anti-Semitism, man. Really. Really, really, you're right, you're right. And I ain't going for any of it. I don't want to have no conversation. I don't want to listen to your ideologies or sick fuck. I don't want to hear any of it.
Right.
I have no time for it.
Right.
That the shit that's popping off, get the fuck out of here, man.
Right.
We ain't going for that shit over here.
Hey, Vonnerbone LLP. Hey, we ain't going for that shit over here either. Right? We wear braids to court. We're ready to fucking take on all motherfucking fascists. Come on, motherfucker, and get your lunch served to you. Go ahead. Salmon, Kipper, smoked salmon.
Dragonbags.com. Get all your cornhole bag needs over here. Dragonbags.com. DRAGGIN.
What's the tagline? What's the tagline? Hit the tagline, motherfucker.
Get to 21 faster.
There you go.
There you go. Get to 21.
All right.
Sean at movemental.media for all of your audio and podcasting needs. Fuck Kanye. Fuck his fuck his weird clothes and his Yeezys and his
puffy face. His face looks puffier now than ever. I'm mad that he ever was able to have sex with one of the Jenners. That's crazy. That's right. He doesn't deserve that shit. He doesn't deserve that.
But you know what he does deserve to do? He deserves to go to hardluckshow.com.
No, Kanye's not welcome here.
Okay.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
not
you-
welcome at
You're not welcome
hardluckshow.com.
to listen over on our
Yeah, go
podcast.
try to get.
You're not welcome.
He got walked out of Skechers, bro. He fucked up so bad that even Skechers was like, "Yeah, you can't be around here. You better get on away from here."
They didn't let him shop. Get the fuck out of here.
We can't be seen with you, man. We're Skechers, bro. We can't be
Yep.
seen.
I heard Whole Foods kicked them out too. Air One's next.
Walmart, bro. Walmart was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you better walk your own ass out of here."
Kanye coming to Santa Monica.
Right.
Oh, we got something special for him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
SupermaxHardware.com.
Oh,
Check us
yeah.
out. We're going to have a Black Friday store-wide sale, site-wide sale. 50% off everything. So stay tuned. Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Yeah.
We just released a holiday, Cookies SF. Go to cookiessf.com. Come by the store. Check out the new holiday goods. And, Vibes rolling papers, of course. Listen to the Hard Luck Show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Enzo's Pizzeria. Best pizza in Los Angeles.
Man.
Also, Pulpo. Beard oil. Pulpo. Shout out to Calco. Shout out to Instagram Jesus. And did I get it? Did I get it?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Hasta la vista from the Hard Luck Show.
Oh, let me tell you my name. I'm confused because let me tell you my name. I'm confused because I don't understand. You see, when you go like that, right, you have a cross, two sticks, right? I'm from Humberside. Fuck up!